Oak Species 7 here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Farming Simulator 2013. We are, of course, on the modded map of Hagenstedt My Way version 3, which was modded by jturner10 over at fsuk.com. So, today, we have a couple things to do, but I've got to empty this first. That big double field that we put together, 26, and we plowed between it, and 27 made a giant field. Well, in barley, it does just a little better than a full trailer, so, which isn't bad. I mean, that's 61,000. So, and this is the biggest trailer in the game. So, filling this up is always a treasure. Come on, a little more, there we go. Woohoo. That is going to provide. There we go. Ooh, 170, 180. Ooh, almost 200,000 in the barley storage, thanks to that. And I just got to empty the last 23%. And we'll be good. Woohoo. Get rid of that now, we don't need it. Got enough stuff on the screen. What else are we going to do today? Well, I'm going to possibly plant a little bit of potato, maybe fling a little poo. Seeing as I haven't checked out that slurry thing yet. And, whoa, I have spent about 3 hours prepping the biofuel, so that, or biogas, sorry, so that we can have a look at that. So, filled some silos, blanketed some silos, fermenting some stuff, etc., etc. And there we go. Let's get you empty. Nice. Now, in case anyone wasn't aware, you don't have to tab through all your vehicles, especially if you have more of them than you know what to bloody do with, right? If you go to this map, it's, as we know, you can reset vehicles back to your home farm. What you can also do, if you know where something is that you want to get to, like in this case, I want to go to the biogas plant, and I know I've got that big cat down there, the front loader. So if I look here, there it is, lizard wheel loader. If I click on it, without clicking the reset, puts me right in the driver's seat. How cool is that? So, just a little tip for anybody that thought they had to tab through all that stuff once they had 50 machines and realized what an annoyance that is. So, what do we got going on? Well, this. I have put some silage into 4 of these silos. Well, the problem is, I kind of thought this one would be done by now. Let's have a look and see what it says. 29%. Uh-oh. We got a while to wait. So we do. This is supposed to take, or it used to before the patch, it would take 1 hour of in-game time. I covered this one before I started harvesting that huge field there. That field took me over an hour to do. So I kind of thought this one would be ready. Because the process is, as we can see, if we come up to here, we'll see that there's 29%, and it is 100% compacted. The other thing you'll notice is it says key R to blanket silo. Now what that does is that's going to put one of these big white tarps over the silo. And that'll start the fermentation process. So there we go, now all 4 of them are tarped, and as you can see, fermenting on that one is 0. And this one is 2%. Well, I'd really thought we could get through this part today, but That is really strange. Maybe they've upped it to 2 hours or something. This one's 4%. Yeah, I think they must have done that because it was well over an hour for me to get all of this in here, believe me. 30%. Well, I guess we probably won't be doing that today. So, good thing I do have a backup plan. Yeah. Oh, incredible. I even got the right machine. This is a potato planter. This is the Grimmy GL potato planter. So, what do you do with potatoes? Well, we could, we could go to the seed thing and see if there's potato seeds. But, as you see, as you roll alongside your seed thing, no point does it give you the option to fill it up. Well, that's because these are potatoes. Now let's think about how potatoes actually grow. They grow by planting other potatoes. So, I think this is why they actually leave you some in your silo. So, is this one the potatoes? Or is it the other one? Oh, it's this one. So yeah, you actually have to go to your potato silo. There we go. And fill it up. Pretty cool, eh? And then, whoa, using our expert driving skills, which we apparently have none. Okay, now here's something. Check this out, okay? Here's our little truck. Now, I swear I don't move this, okay? But every time you log out and log back in, this truck will move forward about 5 feet. Watch. I'm going to put him back where he was. Okay? This is where I park him. And yes, I have tried not having the other trailer in here. Same thing. Next time I log in, this guy will be just out of the parking space, and he will work his way across the parking lot until he's eventually in the chicken coop, and that's as far as I've let him go. So, we're going to park him there, right even with the back of the trailer. Close enough. Okay. Little bugger. And back to our potatoes. So, yeah, it doesn't leave us much potatoes, does it, compared to the sugar beets we harvested? Alright. And I really don't like is the fact that once again, it's the middle of the damn night here, so. But we're going to throw a little field of potatoes in. And of course the actual sowing process is pretty much exactly the same as it is for every other bit of gear. Only difference being, this is the biggest potato sower there is. And as you can see, it ain't exactly right up there. So, another thing I haven't really shown you guys, there's a thing called ridge markers. Now, it used to be when you hired a worker, he used the ridge markers all the time. Basically, that's a ridge marker, okay? We'd actually want this one. And what it does is it lays down a little groove in the soil. And when you turn your tractor around at the end of the row, you line your front tire up with that groove, and that will give you the exact width of your next row. So, it used to be before the patch that whenever you hired a worker, in fact, whenever you engaged, like turned a machine on, one or the other of those would come down. Thing was, half the time the wrong bloody one would come down. And if you're in the middle of a field and the wrong one comes down, you'll ruin the row beside you. Keep that in mind. Like if you've just sown and you go over to the next row and the wrong marker comes down and you start off, you will have to re-sow wherever that marker hit. Alright? In the patch, they actually disabled them. They don't automatically come down in hired mode or manual mode. If you want to use them, you can. So, but other than that, it's, like I said, pretty much like every other one, although the graphics look different and they look cool. See, because potatoes go down in these nice little trophy rows, so it'll do this. There you go. Lights. Okay. And we are going to fill this guy with potatoes. So, let's just step out of that, let him carry on his way. Oh. Let's go see if our greenhouses need tending. I doubt it, but you never know. Getting down there, eh? Let's see. What does it have to say? Why does it have... Oh. I'm looking for messages. 6% manure, 29% water. So, we definitely could stand with that and a little more manure to it pretty quick, I guess. So, well, I'm really disappointed that those silos aren't ready. That's just kind of weird. 31%, eh? I really thought we'd be able to get that part in today, so... Apparently not. Yeah. That's not good. Just hop the fence. Run down here, because this little field gives you about, I believe, 5 trailers, 5 of these little cramped trailers. That big field across the road there, about 2 dozen. So yeah, that's why I don't understand why the ferment thing isn't done, because that took freaking forever. Okay, we don't want that particular thing in the back. This neat enough little tractor, this Massey Ferguson, but it's so quick on the acceleration. I must have really missed that. See what I mean? Like, all of a sudden I'm 200 feet away from it. So, and it's not that it goes too fast. It's just, well, let's say it's 0 to 60 times a little quick. Or 0 to 30, I guess, since it only does about 30 in reality. Okay. Whoops. And all carried away and stuff. Let's unfold that. Lay it down nice and close to the ground. And hire us up a worker. Nice. Alright. So... Sorry, I'll get out of your way. There you go. Carry on. Yeah. And that big field there, so... Tank, we got to go back to farm. Nice. This is full. I'm going to do the potatoes with this when that's ready. I should have advanced time before I started planting potatoes. At least got it till morning for us. So, what else can we do while we're waiting for time to pass? Oh, I know. Here's something we haven't dealt with. As soon as I get this out here, we're going to take a little run into town in our little wagon. Because like I say, this is going to take a while. There we go. Now, it's nighttime. One thing that nighttime is good for, this is when you want to get the eggs out of your chicken coop. Because all your chickens are sleeping. Look at all these eggs. Wow. The weird thing is there is a limit to how many eggs will appear at a time. Now, I mean, I know that they put limits on how many animals actually appear. I mean, I think we have 50 chickens or something. Only so many will appear, no matter how many you buy. And like if I buy 1,000 chickens, it will not show 1,000 chickens in this pen. For obvious reasons. I mean, if you started having 1,000 animated objects here, and another 1,000 cows all doing their thing, another 1,000 sheep all doing their thing, the next thing you know, you got a frame rate of 2. Yeah. Because maintaining all of that AI takes a lot out. So, these are random ass chickens. But as well as how many chickens it will show at a time, it'll also only show so many eggs at a time. That's why, see, even though the chickens are asleep or on normal time, some of these eggs are appearing more than once, and that's the reason for it. There should actually be like 100 eggs out here, because that's how many have been laid since the last time that I picked them up. But it'll only display 57 eggs. So, at any one time in this yard, there will be 57 eggs at the most. And if you pick them all up until there are absolutely none anywhere, and you can find out where you actually stand in that regard. If we go in here, go to statistics, and then find our way to chickens. Found horseshoes, 2. Cows, sheep. Oh, I gotta get that pallet off of there. Chickens owned, 101. There's 3 eggs somewhere in here that I haven't found yet. So, 3 eggs, eh? Hidden off in the bushes here somewhere, maybe? Maybe. Huh. Well, I don't know. It's a mystery. Oh. There's one. You know, you guys like hiding eggs. By the way, you'll find a horseshoe down right in here when you first start your farm up. Okay, well, I don't know where the other 2 are. I don't really care. We've got lots to do what we need to do. Because one thing I haven't shown you yet is how you get rid of eggs. Don't expect to make any money off chickens. Not in this game. I kind of think that Farming Simulator really missed their mark with the animal end of this. Just because you could do so much more. I mean, when you look like Ag Simulator and stuff like that, and how much they do with animals, I mean, it's just crazy. You know, down to feeding them and cleaning their manure out, and that gives you a supply to sell, and blah blah blah. And, you know, it actually makes tending the animals. In fact, you can run those ones just on animals. You don't have to continuously tend and deal with flocks. So that's kind of nice. But we are going to drive down and sell some eggs, because I think we have a few eggs. We do. Where does it tell me? Huh. So, somewhere, could it be prices? I don't think so. No. Oh. Okay, here's something else we haven't discussed. You'll see here we have what's called a great demand, and in fact it's barley at the farm shop. Now, barley we have lots of, and there's only an hour remaining, so I think we might just to show you. Now right now they're offering 1.9 times the normal price, so they're almost offering us double. Now this isn't where eggs go. I'm just going to park this guy up here because I really do want to go back to the farm and take advantage of that. So, yes indeed, but oh, I know where it is. It is still up here Fields 25 and 26. That's the puppy I want right there. Alright, he's got a little bit of barley in it. That's fine. That's just fine. So, let's have a look here. The actual farm shop, vehicle shop, farm shop. Okay, way down there, I know which one that is. So, let's go get us some barley and I'll demonstrate a great demand. Just what you can make with one of these things. So, yeah, I'm really surprised that that biogas thing isn't ready. I know that it used to take 1 hour of in-game, or real life time, sorry. So even if you advance the clock in-game, you couldn't make that thing ferment any quicker. But, say I have a feeling they may have tweaked that a little on that last patch, because, yeah, there's no way it should have taken that freaking long. So, let's fill us up, shall we? Fill her up, dude. Barley on, man. It takes a little while to fill this. This is a big-ass trailer. So, but we will be making some good money off it. Well, that potato guy is just spending money like a lunatic. Look how fast that's going down. Well, I guess I got a couple of vehicles working, don't I? But that's okay. This will make it up. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. That's a heavy load. Turn on some lights. Do-do-do-do. Hopefully we don't slam into any cars. I wish I'd have recorded that one thing that went on last night, I'll tell you, because that was hilarious. I was using that big, whoa, the big harvester there, the crone with the corn cutter on it. Jeez, dude. Leap out in front of something that's hauling 1,000,000 pounds. Wow. But yeah, anyway, I was running that thing, and I was crossing the road into the field, and a car come around just like that guy did, came around the corner right in front of me. And weird thing is, though, instead of going up and over it like you normally do, it actually sort of caught on the front cutters, and I ended up carrying them all the way through the field as I cut down corn. It wasn't, he wouldn't come off until I actually folded up the corn cutter. And then he came off, he raced through the cornfield, out the other side, turned down the road, and headed right back into me. I couldn't believe it. Like, what the heck? Okay, this is the farm shop. So, we should get large dollars for what we're carrying here, by guppies. So, let's see how this works out. So, 52.8. See how we do. 70, 80, 90. Whoa. There's 100,000. Wow. About 130,000. Not bad, eh? Normally we would have gotten about 60k out of there, so. Well, 65. So yeah. Not bad, eh? $130,000 on one truckload of grain. So, pretty good. But, I think, folks, for now, seeing as what I wanted to be ready really isn't ready, and that's a shame. But that's okay. I suppose that's okay, right? Just another episode to do, and I do like playing, so. But I think we got what we're going to get out of that one, because I really wanted to show you the biogas, and it ain't going to happen, so. But I got to show you a great demand, and that's cool, because you don't get many of those. There is something else going on, but there's a field auction. That's another part of this game. Every once in a while, you will... Let's go to my map here. You will get options on fields. Now, let's actually go to the field one. Right now, field 10 is up for auction. So, if I drove down to field 10 and went to the little sign that allows you to buy and sell, or at least buy, it would tell me what the current bid is and ask me if I wanted to add $1,000 to the bid. Now, field 10, way out behind the freight yard, I don't think I've ever bothered with these, you know, not so much, so, because it's really not, you know, the freight yard's there, it's too far from the sheep pasture to be of any use, it's kind of far from our farm, because this is impassable here, so, yeah, but basically, so you would get $1,000 above. If you wanted to participate in the auction, you'd have to offer $1,000 more. Auctions are time set. This particular one was set to end at 10 p.m. I guess it's actually over, which is fine. But up until 10 p.m., every once in a while, you'll get a little pop-up saying that so-and-so has outbid you. Would you care to drop another $1,000 over his bid? So they'll usually outbid you by $1,000, and then you add another $1,000, and it goes like that until usually they'll get just past half of what the original retail price of the land would be, and then you'll win the auction. So if it's a desirable field, you know, like let's say they were going to give you a field 13, okay, it's actually a good field because it's just through the road there and it's got a fair size and it's usually cheap, then it's well worth doing, right? But again, if it's a field way out in the middle of nowhere, like field 10, that you're not going to use, then it's not. So, but anyway, I think we've covered a fair bit for today. So, next time that biogas stuff should all be working, he says. But until then, be good to each other, and ciao for now.